It gives me such joy, you guys, like such joy. It makes me so happy to officially say that K-Basil is officially potty trained, and I am super happy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about potty training and how to do it effectively. I started this potty training journey effectively December of 2015, and confidently I can say we were pretty much all done and dusted with potty training by the early beginning of February 2016. I just haven't been able to film this video because I was like, really, am I really a pro to talk about potty training? I just potty trained one little grouper, and I was like, you know what, based on how I felt, probably somebody else out there is gonna feel exactly the same way, and I figured I might as well just go ahead and do it. I just need to do a little disclaimer here. Just bear in mind that every little one is different. Babies are ready at their own pace. Just because this worked for my little one doesn't mean it might work for your little one as well, but it's gonna be good tips for you as a parent to keep in mind when you feel like your little one is ready to potty train. So I'm gonna do this in like a little point and explanation kind of thing, so it makes complete sense. The main thing that you really need to look out for when you want to begin your potty training journey is to look out whether your little one is ready to be potty trained. I've had a chat to quite a number of parents about potty training before I even started my potty training journey with Kayla, and most of them told me, just go ahead, just do it. You don't have to worry about the little one. And I find myself so confused, like how exactly am I supposed to potty train a person who's not ready to be potty trained? So just be sure to look out for signs. Normally it's when they wake up in the morning and their nappy is not wet, or they ask you, sometimes they even ask you to go to the potty, especially if they go to school and they see other little ones go into the bathroom and using the potty, and they want to use the potty themselves. So just be sure to look out for signs if they're ready to be potty trained before you even begin your potty training journey. This will make it so much easier for you as a parent and a lot more fun for the little one. To get to the tips or sort of like tricks of how I did my potty training journey, now the first thing you have to do is to commit to doing it. I feel like most of the time, especially if you're a first-time mom, we find it a bit difficult to actually commit to potty training. Personally, I found it very difficult. I felt like my little one was growing up too fast. I was not ready to potty train her at all. She was totally ready. She was ready from about 18 months, and I delayed it until she was well over 2 years old. I was like, I really don't want to do this. She's not ready. She's my baby. I want to keep buying nappies, and I just want to change that nappy for her. I just want to do that a little bit longer, and I just never could commit to actually potty training her. So the first thing you want to do as a parent, commit to potty training your little one, only if they're ready. Remember that. The second thing you want to do is to make sure that you have everything you will need for your potty training. Now, bear in mind it differs if you're potty training a little girl and if you're potty training a little boy. We all have different approaches, but most of the time all you're gonna need is little underwears, a little potty, or a extended little toilet seat for the little one. Personally, I had the extended toilet seat, which I never used because it just never worked. This stupid thing wouldn't sit still on the toilet seat, and my little one freaked out each time she had to use it. I freaked out also, and I was like, okay, done, I'm not using this. You will need a little potty. That one worked best for us. Like, it worked amazing. We still have it in her room right now. And then of course you will need underwears. Another thing that you'll need if you go ahead and decide to start potty training is little waterproof liners for the little one's bed, just to make sure that in case the little one has an accident. Stuff happens. They drink water, they drink juice, they drink milk. You never know. So be sure to have a waterproof little liner on the bed every time, even with or without accidents. Have it there all the time. I always have a mattress protector in Kayla's bed all the time. I don't remember the last time she had an accident. It must be like 3 or 4 weeks back, and I still keep the mattress protector there all the time ever since we started potty training, just in case there's an accident. You never know. There are parents who will feel more comfortable using like little pull-up pants, like, you know, your pull-up disposable nappies. Personally, I started with them, but this was before I actually potty trained her, and this is what I used to sort of almost tell if she was ready to potty train, because she would literally just pull down her pull-up and go to the potty. I've had the potty out for the longest time because I needed for her to like initiate the thing to go to the potty and pull down her nappy, and I was like, okay, that's it, commit to doing this and go ahead and do it. Try and make it fun for the little one, get their underwears with characters that they like. I went cray and I bought like a whole bunch of Frozen underwears, and it turns out Kayla does not like Frozen. In fact, she likes Barbie. I was like, are you kidding me? So every single morning to this day, it's still war. Every time she has to put on a Frozen underwear, we have to negotiate and fight and do a lot of stuff, beg and threaten and everything before she can do it. Ask your little one which kind of character they like, or even better, go underwear shopping with them. Let them pick the underwears, and then it'll make your life a whole lot easier. The third thing you want to do is to go ahead and get started. You see, I feel like even though sometimes you have committed to actually doing the potty training, you kind of procrastinate on getting started. I did that as well. I was ready. I had committed to potty train K-Bear by November of 2015, the early beginning. I even put up a video on my YouTube requesting for any help and any suggestion regarding potty training, but I just never got myself to literally jump in and get started. And I feel like it was the procrastination, like, oh no, it's cold, we'll do it next week. Oh no, I can't, we're traveling next week. It was just so many excuses and so much procrastination, it wasn't even funny. So go ahead and get started. If you have everything you need, you have committed, little one is ready, get started. And the last thing that you want to do is to keep the momentum going. So many times I started the potty training journey and then I put her in pull-up pants, and it just set her back so much because she'd think, oh, okay, so today I don't have to wear my pants, tomorrow I can. This is very confusing, mom, what is going on? Because she goes to school, so I had to, like, she was literally in underwear at home and then she'd be in nappy at school, and I realized this is not working. So in January, when she went back to school, she was in underwears the whole time, and we've never looked back since. The one thing that we have to take with her to school, which she never uses actually, is a little waterproof for her bed at school. So she doesn't have to, so she doesn't wet the mattress if she has an accident. So those are my quick tips and tricks on how to potty train effectively. I'm telling you guys, avoid traveling, because when you travel, it kind of sets you back a little bit. And be sure you have the potty where the little one can see it, because it almost like gets to their mind, like, oh, okay, by the way, I feel like I need to pee, let me go use the potty. And also, when you're starting at the beginning, you want to kind of remind them, like every maybe 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much liquid they're drinking, you want to ask them, do you want to make a wee, do you want to go to the potty? And even if they don't want to, just take them, have them sit there for a little bit, and then just make it a routine so they remember. The one thing that worked like magic for us at the beginning is that we had the potty, another potty in the bathroom with me. So every time I went to go make a wee, I would take her with me, and she would be there and actually see me make a wee in the toilet, and she'd want to make a wee in her potty as well. Try and come up with fun things. I never implemented the reward thing, like if you make a wee you'll get chocolate or anything. I just felt like it was a bit too much, and I didn't want Kayla to get used to it. Like, I didn't want her to think, oh, for me to get chocolate I have to make a wee, or just associate them in any way. So I did not do that at all. If you have already potty trained for daytime and you're not quite sure how to get on to nighttime, make sure there are no liquids 2 hours before bedtime. That has worked for me and I love it. It's kind of cray because sometimes when you have dinner and the little one is asking for water, you're like, OMG, what am I gonna do? She wants water or he wants water, and it's almost bedtime. Give them a little bit, just enough to quench their thirst. So keep that in mind. 2 hours before bedtime, you'll hardly ever have an accident. But anyway, those are my tips and tricks for potty training effectively. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've potty trained your little ones and how it worked. Again, like I said, I'm not an expert. I have only ever potty trained one little baby, and that is my daughter, who is now almost 3 years old, and it's freaking the bejesus out of me. But go ahead and check us out on the social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I snap a heck of a lot more these days. It's actually pretty fun. K-Bear and Mommy on Snapchat, and also on Periscope. So be sure to check us out over there, and we'll catch you guys later. Bye guys.